the greatest librarian of all. There once was a librarian who was strong and brave. She could play any part, a knight or a knave. She told many stories of legend and lore about Aslan and Tumnus and kings and queens four. She was a wonderful person, kind, funny, and tall. There's no doubt about it, she was the greatest librarian of all.
I've been a member of Miss Laura's book club ever since I was old enough to be in it. I just remember just loving the book club, and there was never a time when Miss Laura never made us laugh. She's the funniest person I've ever known. She always came up with the best books to read for the book club, and always the best projects. We made silent films one year, and she even let us pull books off the shelves and crawl through the bookshelves. And we also climbed through the windows. Yeah, we tell that story a lot to people. We made this one huge filming project, and it was supposed to be like 20 minutes, but we filmed for 8 hours. I think it was really long. But we loved it, and we love Miss Laura. And that's really the only way we can describe her, is that she was just the funniest person that I've ever seen, and then I just loved her so much.
Whenever I think of Miss Laura, I remember the book club we did when we were reading The Water Horse, and she'd read it aloud in her Scottish accent. And we'd all crack up.
When I think of Miss Laura, I think of all the books that are still my favorites, like Clementine and The Sisters Grimm.
I've known Laura for over 5 years, which is about a third of my life. She has been an impact on my life. She is one of the few people who got me really interested in books. And I remember when I first met her, we were visiting from Kenya, and she told me I was her African brother, and we were like a family ever since then. And it's been an awesome journey getting to know her, and her wonderful use of the word tweedle. She's just an inspiration to all of us to read and to learn more about our community, and she was an awesome boss when I volunteered, and she was an awesome leader for book club, and she's just a great librarian, and we'll miss her a whole lot, but I know that she's going to do bigger and better things with her life.
When I think of Miss Laura, I think of all the amazing books that she's requested for me to read, and Rosemary.
Well, I remember every year how Miss Laura would say, "Can you do a booth?" And I'd be like, "Yes." And every year I'd do origami, except for the first year when I did magic tricks that didn't work. But we'd do cicadas, and let's see, what else did we do? We did dogs. Last year we turned them into pandas. I remember one year we did boats. And just every summer, it was really fun doing registration. I miss you.
Miss Laura opened me up to a new world of reading, and she's one of the most special people I know. She made me really joyful, and I'll always treasure her.
When I think of Miss Laura, I think of how nice she is and how funny she is, and she inspires me.
Miss Laura was a great librarian and above all an amazing friend. I was too old when I got here to ever come to her book club, but I would almost always visit her after book club in the YA section, and I can't describe her as any other way besides a friend. I mean, she was amazing in her own way, and just fun and spastic, and I mean, this is awkward. She really liked my plushies, and that made me happy, I guess. And she was my very first customer, I guess. She was the first person I ever sold anything to, and I mean, now that she's gone, I'm going to miss her, of course, but I know she's happy, and that makes us happy. And, well, we'll still keep in contact, and I know I'll see her again. So,
Well, Laura's been the children's librarian here for a very long time. I don't really know how long, but she's always been around here, been ready to talk to me. I remember when I was really little doing the summer reading challenge and getting to pick out an American Girl book from her big treasure chest. I remember I was so happy when I got to do that, and it started everything. Going to the library just, I would not be the person who I was without it, and Miss Laura's the one who started that. And even when I'm not in her section anymore, you still came and talked to me and all that sort of stuff. And I was just very glad that you've done all the things you did here. Thank you.